5 to 8 of my 12-week year that I started in the end of January. There's so much to tell you. Like the previous video, I always check in on Sundays and talk a bit about how things went, and I hope you enjoy that. So let's get started with week 5. So after week 4, where I almost gave up, week 5 kind of like, I felt like I got back into the groove. I'm still not at the same percentages like I did in the first 2 weeks. Of 3 weeks actually. Yeah, I had over 90% in the first 3 weeks, and this week I think I will end up like, because I still have like 2 or 3 things left on my checklist for today. Yeah, I guess I will be around 85%. It was just important to kind of like get back, also to learn that you just keep going, even if you have like an obstacle. And I definitely can see that it can like, I don't know if I would say put you back, well that probably as well, but it just, you kind of like get a bit out of your rhythm. In week 5 it's also a time where the newness and the excitement of the challenge has worn off, and you're just like, now you just have to keep going. And I really do. I think having these mini habits really helps because they make it so much easier. Even on the days where, like for example, yesterday I felt a bit off, and I still got most of the things done. Not everything, but most of it. So that makes it so much easier, I would say. And what I could see this week was, for example, so usually when I come home from work, I do my legs up the wall exercise to regulate emotions. And I came home and I was like, I want to work out. I want to work out right away. And I thought, that is an impulse. That is great. It's not an impulse, I want to eat chocolate. Actually, I want to work out. We have to reward that. So you're gonna get to do that. So I put on my workout clothes and started working out with, I do still like row with Joe as a warm-up. And then I do usually strength training with Tracy Steen. And then I kind of finish the warm up with Grow with Joe, because she often has like videos that are kind of like 20 minutes or 15 minutes, and I do half of it for warm up and half of it for cool down. I think it's so fun because she's really celebrating when you finish the workout, and I'm doing that now too. I just hop around here and clap my hands and say, good job, Julie, and that feels so a bit strange, but it has started to become like something like a ritual, and it really reinforces you to want to do it again, because you are left from your workout like with a really great feeling of accomplishment, but also that you enjoyed doing it. And I think that is so important, and also I can see why I managed to keep going. I think I started with this combination of Grow with Joe and Tracy Steen in, I think it was in October, so that's around 4 months I'm doing that now. And I don't remember the last time I did things for 4 months, like especially like in exercise. I usually always have to switch up and try something new, and obviously I did a bit here. Also, I tried some Mr. Muscles workouts. I do sometimes as cardio, I do moves with Molly and Deborah Mora. They also do walking videos, so I sometimes do them as cardio, but it's not like I want to change up everything every week, which was usually the case. I definitely feel the urge to start new things. I still feel that, and I'm coming up with like programs and books I'm reading. I'm like, oh, I want to do this and I want to do that, and I just have like a list where I write everything down. And I think when I have finished my 12-week year, I can think about, okay, what would be the best option to continue with. I definitely want to have like I don't know, now I have a 6-week program with the Achtsam Schlank, the mindful eating book, and I definitely want to continue with something like that, but it's not the time to start thinking about that. I have to put it on the side and say, no, you're gonna concentrate on hitting those numbers. But I'm really happy with week 5. Nothing like super special, but great week, kept going. And now I'm actually going for a walk with a friend and I'm really looking forward to that. So I guess I see you next Sunday again for a new update. Week 6 is completed and what a ride it was. Actually started quite well. Changed once again my notebook. I realized I need a bigger notebook where I had everything in there. Like I have my feelings list in there. I have like my intuitive eating journal prompts. I have overviews over the weeks, but also month 1, 2, and 3. And yeah, I just feel very comfortable being in this book. I definitely want to tweak a little bit more, but it's mostly important to just get through this first 12-week year and see what works, what doesn't, and just to kind of like over time see what I need. And that might be also changing again for the next 12-week year, so we'll see. But I'm guessing I will have a similar notebook like that. I also, for example, like that it has 2 ribbons, so it's a bit easier to access the things that I need most of the time. But yeah, I got really happy moving into this one. Then I also did my first official weigh-in and I lost 1.2 kilograms and I was really happy about that. And I really enjoy trying to weigh myself only once a month because it really gives me time to get into these habits that I'm working on, and also like in a way concentrating on that instead of like concentrating on behavioral change instead of like a number on the scale. But I have to say it's not always easy. There are a lot of times where I want to weigh myself and I feel like sometimes I just want to do that as like punishment in a way. So especially if I've been overeating, I definitely want to weigh myself the next day just to say, look at this, you were bad, something like that. I think I should journal a bit more about that. But I didn't weigh myself even in times where I really felt the urge for, except for the week 4. We talked about that last time, where I was weighing myself and then kind of like spiral down from there. But yeah, it has been much better now. But I really want to practice using the scale just at one thing to measure some progress, but practicing all these healthy habits are so much more important than what the number says on the scale. So this is still a mindset shift that I'm working on, and it takes time and patience and practice, and it's just what it is. And then something happened. On Friday I had a group session that was about intuitive eating, and I really enjoyed that. And then afterwards I scrolled through Facebook and I saw a post of a friend. Oh my god, it made me so sad, angry, maybe not so much, mostly sadness, envy probably a bit, abandonment, loneliness probably as well, like disappointment. Like there were a lot of feelings, and also guilt because I felt like, oh, me feeling this towards a friend, I shouldn't feel this way, I should be happy for that person, and I wasn't in that moment, definitely not. And I definitely could feel a lot of feelings, and I didn't eat them, which I was really proud of on that Friday night. And then the next day I talked with a friend about it, and then something happened evening Saturday night. Oh my goodness, I found this one channel on YouTube that is just kind of like talking about all the toxic things that happen with celebrities, like the Kardashian family and Justin Bieber, Hailey Bieber and Selena Gomez, and how Celine Dion was groomed by her manager and later husband. And it was just like, I really went down the habit hole. I really went down the rabbit hole. I think I started watching it at 8 or 9 p.m. and I continued watching until 3:30 in the morning. And you know, I am a person, I go to bed at 10 p.m. So this was so out of character. And obviously I was eating while I'm doing it. I was eating chips, I was eating Kinder Bueno, I had ice cream, I had some other chocolate, I think. It was a lot. It wasn't like extremely much because it was spaced over quite a few hours. I mean, it was like 6 hours of watching. But it was so like kind of like out of the real world. I obviously knew sometimes, oh, you should go to bed now, but I was so invested in these stories and I could feel like the thrill in all my body. And yeah, I regretted the next morning when I woke up at 8:30, so I had slept 5 hours, where I usually sleep more like 10, 9 to 10. Oh, the regret set in right in the morning at 8:30 when I woke up and I was so tired. I had slept like 5 hours and it's definitely not enough. I need 8 to 9. And then I knew I will have troubles falling asleep and then I will be tired on Monday morning. Oh, yeah. And I definitely, in the morning, I still felt the urge to continue watching them. And actually all the films that I hadn't seen yet, I put on watch later. And I was like, this is not going to happen. This is not good for me. I can feel in my body that it is not good for me to be so invested in other things and in other people. So I deleted all of them. And when I got them, recommended them on my home page from YouTube, I clicked on the channel, please don't recommend. So I didn't get any of them anymore. But I also had like the urge of wanting to eat ice cream and I think a brownie for breakfast. And I'm like, nah, we're not gonna start like that. So I ended having a sandwich that was like more savory, and I also got a sandwich like with the Nutella and banana on top, and that was totally fine. And after that, I kind of like we're back on track in a way, and that is surprising because I mean, last time this happened, that was in week 4. I will link the video up in the cards and down in the description box. I mean, I wanted to quit. I wanted to start a new life. I wanted to do, yeah, I just wanted to give up. And this time it was so easy. I knew, okay, yeah, Julia, that wasn't a good idea. We learned from it. Let's go back on track. And it was so easy to get back on track. And I'm really proud of myself because I'm guessing that these first major setback that I had in week 4 really helped to tell myself, oh yeah, you can actually keep going. Even if things are not working well, you can get back on track. And this time it was so much easier. So we'll see what's coming next, the next weeks, what kind of obstacles I will face. But I definitely feel like there is more of a belief of I'm able to finish this, I will do this, I will be okay. We just keep going, and I'm very proud of that. Obviously, when you saw the habit tracker, I lacked a bit there. I almost had no perfect day. I had only 79%, which is still really good. So it was not my best week, but I'm sure it will get better next week, and I'm really proud of not having given up. That's the most important thing at the moment for me. So let's see what week 7 brings.